This video here is a redo of my review of the first two episodes of Animal Planet's Pit Boss. I realize I screwed up on one of the guys' names. Not only that, I forgot some details that I had thought of putting in. The first two episodes, episode 1 followed Shorty as he broke into a house to try to help 3 pit bulls that were left home alone. Supposedly the owner's brother was supposed to be watching the dogs while she was out of country, and the brother failed to do that. Okay, my other computer just, I guess, was signed on to AOL, and now it's not. That was interesting. I guess my roommate was using that computer back there and was on AOL. But getting back to the review. He ended up breaking into the house, breaking a window with a bat, and the police showed up, ended up arresting him, but he got off with no charges because they knew what he was doing was trying to help the dogs survive. And they knew he was doing a good deed, so they let it pass. And let's see what else happened. Oh, also that episode, towards the end, Ashley took a gig as a costumed hamburger because there was a place in LA that was opening up called Mini Bites. So she had to dress up as a mini hamburger and stand out in the corner passing out free samples. It's like a little hamburger stand. I tried to look it up to see what the menu was like. It didn't have much info. Also, Ronald, which was the name I messed up on before, he is currently going through a job search, and one of his jobs was at a ladies' shoe store. Didn't particularly like that at all. And the whole thing kind of reminded me of Al Bundy, Married with Children, because it was women's shoes that he was selling. You know, it wasn't an athletic shoe store where guys come in to get fitted for shoes. So, you know, he didn't like that any. He didn't like the previous job that he tried to get, working at a bar. He eventually, tried to get a job at a car hop diner style restaurant called Frisco's. Look that up. It looked kind of interesting. And then went to a temp agency and is working with the guy at the temp agency now. Also, in the first 2 episodes, Sebastian got into an argument with Shorty and ended up momentarily quitting Shortywood Productions, but eventually ended up coming back. What was his problem was the fact that he felt like Shorty was working him too much, making him sleep there in the offices with the dogs, and you know, him and Shorty were sleeping in the office building with the dogs, and was spending 24 hours there, and he couldn't even take care of his dog back at home. He had to put it in like a kennel. So, you know, eventually he did come back, and then in the second episode, Shorty and the crew had to finally get 6 of the 9 pit bulls that they had in the office into like a no-kill shelter just to get them out of the office. And and one guy that gave him 3 of the 6 ended up picking up his 3. And let's see. Oh, the other thing about the episodes was Ashley got a gig with 2 other little people. It was originally 3 other little people, and one of them backed out of it. But the gig was a children's birthday party. That little girl was an absolute little brat. Her and her mom both needed to be slapped. You guys think I'm ungrateful? You should have listened to this little shit and her mom. Both of them were ungrateful. Neither one of them were satisfied with the way the party turned out. But, Ashley and, the other 2 little people did a good job. So they did what they had to do. But yet the mom and the daughter were not at all satisfied. And the mom even called Shorty and asked for a refund. He told the bitch to shove it, pretty much. So there was definitely a lot of funny elements in the first 2 episodes of the Pit Boss reality show on Animal Planet Season 3. It's definitely a good show, definitely worth watching on Saturday nights. Excuse me for that. Talking a lot kind of makes me start coughing. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, when Ronald was working at the diner-like restaurant, they had to have him on roller skates. And one of the things they were doing was dancing on the roller skates. And he couldn't quite handle that. Plus, he went skating under one of the female waitress's legs, and it ended up making the waitress fall on top of him. So that was pretty funny to see that. So all in all, I'd say, like I said before, this show is definitely worth watching. It's a really good reality show with little people in it. And if you are a fan of dogs, it's definitely a cool show to watch, because during the course of the episode, not only do you see pit bulls, but like when they come back from commercial breaks, they'll show various parts of LA, and you'll see people walking other types of dogs as well. But their main goal of Shortywood Production, and besides trying to get work for little people like myself in the entertainment industry, is the fact that they're trying to rescue as many pit bulls as possible and trying to eliminate this stereotype that has been put on pit bulls, that they are just nothing but vicious, mean, killing machine dogs, which, I could tell is absolutely not true by watching this show and seeing the different dogs that they've encountered on the different episodes. So far, I've not seen one really mean, vicious pit that they've had on the show. They're all, really cool dogs. So, Saturday nights, check out Pit Boss. Check your local listings for the time and channel that your cable or satellite has Animal Planet on. Until next time, bye for now, and remember, this is one of the final videos to be posted here on the JFSE YouTube page.